Hey yogis, namaste. Placing the hands to the heart and taking a moment to set your intention here. Inhaling the hands up to the ceiling, exhaling, diving forward. Crown of the head down towards the mat. Bend your knees slightly, just alleviating some pressure on your hamstrings here. Pull the belly in and breathe. You can place your hands behind your ankle and just pull gently into the back of your legs, using the breath to inhale, pull the belly in, and then exhale everything down, hinging from the hips, holding onto the big toes if you like, just pulling into your big toes with your 2-piece fingers, and just gently encouraging the body down, torso down. Extending on the inhale the right leg back, coming into a low lunge. Bring the left leg back and come into plank. Inhale here. And on the exhale, just bring the fingertips of the left hand slightly forward and the toes of the right foot out. Change sides, fingertips of the right hand, and just come onto the toes of the left foot. A little bit stronger on the core there. Come down to your knees and gently sinking down into child pose. And breathe here. Softening into the hips. Third eye on the mat. Take an inhale and exhale the hands across to the right. Come onto the fingertips of the left hand and walk the fingers out as far as you can. Getting a nice stretch all the way down the left side of the body, opening up. And inhale back to center and exhale across to the left. Coming on to the tips of the fingers of the right hand, so you can come across a little bit further, walking the right hand out a little bit further. Nice opening all the way down the right side of the body. Inhale back to center. Bring the hands behind the back, clasp your fingers together and raise the hands up to the ceiling, opening up the shoulders and the chest as the third eye is resting down on the mat. Release the hands down. Now change your fingers so that the other little finger is on the outside, and inhale the arms up to the ceiling and gently lower down. Come on up to tabletop. And inhaling the head and the hips up, dropping the belly down, and exhaling, pushing up through the back of the heart, dropping the crown of the head, pulling the belly in. Inhaling up and exhaling, rounding the spine, pushing right up into the back of the heart, pull the belly in, squeeze the inner thighs together. Inhaling up and exhaling down, rounding the spine. And come back to tabletop. Inhale the right arm up to the ceiling, looking up, coming into a twist, and threading the needle, dropping the right shoulder and right ear down onto the mat. Inhaling that left hand up to the ceiling. Tuck that left hand into the inside of the right thigh. If you can reach, or push it into your back with the back of your hand, and extend that left leg out, keeping the sole of the foot flat down on the floor if you can, looking up to the ceiling, opening up that left shoulder. Just a bit of a stronger stretch there with that leg, left leg extended. Bring the left hand down into the mat, push down, come back into tabletop, and take a cat-cow here. And breathe. Inhale the left arm up, coming into a twist. And exhale, threading the needle, dropping down onto the left shoulder, left ear, raising the right arm up, bringing it around, tucking it into the inside of the left thigh. If it reaches, otherwise push the back of the hand into the lower left side of the back. Look up to the ceiling, open up that right shoulder and extend the right leg out to the right, flattening out the sole of your foot, toes pointing towards the front of the mat. Release the hand, push into the mat and come back to tabletop. Walk the hands one hand length in front, tuck the toes under and come into downward dog. Lifting up the tailbone, pulling the ribs here, pulling the belly, squeezing the inner thighs together, engaging the core here in downward dog. Rotating the triceps under, spreading the fingers wide, pushing down into the thumb and the first finger and the base of the fingers. Bend one knee and then the other. Getting a nice stretch in the calf muscles here. And straighten both legs out. Walking the hands on the inhale back to the legs. And coming down into Uttanasana again. Hinging at the hips, dropping the crown of the head, pulling the belly in, gently pulling the torso towards the legs as you're putting pressure on the back of your feet, ankles, calves, if that's possible. Just gently without forcing, and breathe. Softening down into that forward bend, bending the knees as much as you need to, and walking the hands back out into downward dog, and taking a breath here. Bend the knees, push the chest towards the thighs, and now straighten out the legs, bringing the heels down in the direction of the mat. They don't have to touch the mat. In that general direction, and then floating into plank, pushing the heels to the back, and floating all the way down to the mat. Flatten out the feet and inhale up into baby cobra. Exhale down. Inhale up again into full cobra, peeling the shoulders back, peeling the chest open, looking forward. And softly coming back down. Push up into plank. See if you can do that without leaving the belly behind. And back into downward dog. And breathe. Bend at the knees, look forward. Just take a gentle, slow walk up to the hands. Inhaling halfway. Exhaling, folding forward into Uttanasana, forward bend. And inhaling all the way up, hands to the ceiling. And bring the hands back down to the heart in Samastiti. Inhaling up, looking up, diving forward, exhaling down into Uttanasana. Inhaling Adho Uttanasana halfway, exhaling down into Uttanasana. Step the right foot back, left foot back, come into plank. And just move forward slightly, then come down into Chaturanga, or all the way down. Upward dog or cobra, and back into downward dog, your choice. And breathe here. drop that heel towards the left buttock, peeling open the hip here. Bring the knee in and the leg across and come into fallen triangle. Raising that left arm, looking up. See if you can make it a little back bend, opening up the chest, dropping the head back. Come back, bring that foot back and come into plank, chaturanga or all the way down, upward double cobra and back into downward dog. Inhale the left leg up and peeling open that hip, dropping the heel towards that right buttock and bringing that knee forward and the foot over to the left, coming to fallen triangle on the other side, opening up the right arm, dropping the head back and coming into fallen triangle. Place that right hand down, come back into plank. Just shift forward slightly and then come down into chaturanga or all the way down and back into upward double cobra. And back into downward dog. And breathe. Inhaling the right leg up. Exhaling through, placing the left hand down inside that right foot and raising the right arm up into a twist. Raise the left arm and the right arm up, coming into a revolved twist here. So we've got a revolved high lunge. Bring the hands to the heart and come over into a twist with the hands to the heart. The left elbow is on the outside of the right knee. Looking up if you can, pushing that left heel to the back, squeezing the inner thighs together. Come around to center, into high lunge. Raise the hands up to the ceiling and lower the hands down either side of the foot. Come back into plank. Chaturanga or all the way down, upward double cobra and back into downward dog. And breathe here. Inhaling the left leg up. And bringing the foot through between the hands, coming down into that lunge. Place the right hand inside that left foot. Raise the left arm up. Look up to the left hand. Coming into a twist here. You can keep that back leg raised or bring the knee down. And come on up with the arms into a revolving twist here. So we've got a revolving high lunge. As you can see, I'm bringing my hands to the heart and coming into a twist on that left side. Pushing the hands into the middle of the chest, rotating the body up, looking up to the ceiling. And releasing, bringing the hands up to the ceiling in high lunge. And bringing the hands either side of the foot, stepping back into plank and taking your vinyasa here. And back into downward dog. And breathe, remembering to breathe with every movement. Bending at the knees, hop or step between the hands, and rise up. Hands to the heart, Samastitihi. Inhaling the hands up to the ceiling and diving forward. Exhaling down. Inhale halfway. Exhale down. And hop or step back into plank. Chaturanga or all the way down. Upward dog or cobra. And back into downward dog. Inhale the right leg up. Bring it between the hands on the exhale. Inhale up into warrior two. Exhaling. Inhaling to peaceful warrior. Nice side bend. Exhaling to warrior two again. Inhale into side angle. Looking up to the hand if possible. Pushing down to the outside of that left foot. Bring the left hand down, walk that left foot in, straighten both legs, pull the right hip back, left hip forward and fold over that right leg. Come forward with the right hand, raise the left leg, raise that left arm and come up into Ardha Chandrasana. Flex that back foot and coming down into a seated position. Crossing the right leg over the left leg. Inhale the torso up before you turn around into a little twist. Lean into that front right foot, hands to the heart, and come up into warrior three. Back leg is flexed, back foot is flexed. And come on down. Inhaling up and exhaling, folding forward. Inhale halfway and exhale all the way down. Step back into plank, chaturanga or all the way down. Upward dog or cobra and back into downward dog. Take a breath here and inhale the left leg up. Bring it between the hands on the exhale. Inhale into warrior two. Exhale here down. Into the warrior. Inhale into peaceful warrior. Nice side bend, sinking down into that front leg. And back into warrior two. Inhaling into side angle. Right arm comes right over the ear, extending out as far as you can. Bring the hands either side of the front foot, walk the back foot in. Pull the left hip back, right hip forward, and fold over that left leg. Really beautiful for the opening of the hamstrings. Bring the left hand forward, right leg up, flex that right leg, bring the right hand up, look up. Oops, fell over there. No problem. Just come straight back up. Never take falling personally. And then bring the hand down, the right hand down, bring that right knee behind and just sitting down, hugging that left knee into the body, raising the spine on the inhale and on the exhale, turning around, looking over the left shoulder into a twist. Lean to that left foot, hands to the heart. Raise the right leg into warrior three. Flex that back foot. Drop the right hip. And come on up to standing position. Hands to the heart, Samastitihi. Come down onto the mat. And if you have a block, place the block underneath your sacrum. Cyrus is taking a little downward dog there. And just extend your body out with your sacrum raised on the block. So if you don't have a block, you might want to use a couple of books, something that just your sacrum can rest on and just be raised a little bit so that you can balance. So place the belt around, or a scarf, whatever you have at home, around the ball of the foot and gently bring that leg in towards the torso. Now release the belt away from you and activate the quadriceps, so pull up the knee and then bring that leg towards you again. Now push it away from you, releasing the hamstring, activating the quadricep. And now inhale that leg towards you again and exhale it away from you. Inhale it towards you and exhale it away from you. You might notice with every inhale, as the leg comes forward, you might notice there might be a little tiny bit more opening there. You may or may not notice that. It's just a way of tricking the hamstrings a little bit. So place the left hand on the left hip, take an inhale, and then on the exhale, open up that right leg, pushing out through the right heel, holding onto the strap with your right hand. See if you can keep balanced on that block. So the sacrum is staying on the block, balancing. Extend that right arm out and bring that right leg across to the left. Cyrus is really giving me a little bit of help here, a little bit of encouragement. Couldn't do it without him. And release the belt and extend the leg down. Now I'm lifting up the hips and I'm pulling out that block and now extending both legs down. And what I'm noticing, you may not, the angle is not right here, but my right leg is a little bit longer at this stage than the left leg. So we want to continue on with the other side so I won't be lopsided. Place that block underneath the sacrum, so that's the flat part of the spine just above the tailbone. Belt comes around, strap comes around the ball of the foot, and the right leg is extended out, and on the inhale bring that leg towards your body and exhale it away from you, engaging the quadricep, releasing the hamstring. Inhale the leg towards you and exhale it away from you. Inhale it again towards you. This is tighter side for me. I always have one side that's tighter. Most people have one side that's tighter than the other. So the trick there, if you want to improve that, is to just work a little bit more on the tighter side. Not harder or forcing more, but perhaps just do a few more rounds, or just hold the pose a little bit longer. So as you can see, that leg is opening up a little bit more with every movement. And then holding the strap with the left hand, see if you can just plant that right hip down. See if you can ground it down, balancing it on the block. Here's Cyrus helping me out a little bit again. It's very encouraging. And bring that leg up, hold on to the strap with the right hand and extend the left arm and come across into the twist. As you can see, my butt is balancing on that block. Requires a lot of core action and engagement to balance the body on the block as you're opening out and the legs and twisting. remove the block and just lie down flat on the mat. And just close your eyes and just get a feeling for how that feels. How does your lower back feel? It should feel closer to the mat. Really nice way to extend and open up the lower back. Get some little bit more movement, a little bit more flexibility in the lower back. So take the block and place it underneath the sacrum and come up into bridge pose. So the feet are hip width apart, legs are hip width apart. And if you can see that there, that the block is slightly tilted. I probably needed to bring that block a little bit further back. It felt good. I felt supported in that way, and the arms behind. And then release the block, clasp the hands underneath the body, walk the shoulders in, walk the feet back slightly, and then raise the hips. Chest is opening up, coming up towards the chin's moving away from the chest. And then gently lower the spine down, vertebra by vertebra, rolling down. Come into Supta Baddha Konasana with the soles of the feet together, knees open. And just take a moment just to rest. Bring the knees up to the chest, hugging the knees in and rolling from side to side, massaging the spine. Bring that right ankle on top of the left knee. Hold on to the left thigh and gently pulling that left thigh towards the body as you flex that right foot. Change sides, really nice reverse pigeon here, opening up the hips. And breathe. And bringing the legs up to the ceiling. And bending the legs into 90 degrees. So really see if you can create a 90-degree angle with the legs here, and inhaling, torso up, exhaling down, inhaling up, exhaling down, inhaling up. And now I'm pulling up the butt, holding and exhaling down, but don't move the 90 degrees. See if you can keep the knees out without bringing the knees into the body. And exhaling down, inhaling up. Now lift up the butt. Really great core work here. And then come back down into Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, knees wide, arms all the way back behind the head. Extend the left leg out and hug the right knee into the body. And then roll that right knee all the way across to the left, extending the right arm out, coming to a twist, using that left hand or arm's leverage to just maintain that twist. And the other side, extending the right leg out, bringing that left leg all the way across, placing the right hand on top of that left knee, looking out to the left hand. Beautiful opening of the spine. Come all the way up to seated position. To cross-legged. Inhaling up, lifting up the spine, and exhaling, folding forward. Inhaling back up, change the cross of the legs, and walking the hands forward on the exhale again. hip opening pose. Inhale back arm. Lifting up the spine, flexing the feet, raising the hands up to the ceiling. And we're going to come into a very gentle forward bend. If you feel that you're collapsing in, it's difficult to maintain a straight back here, you can fold up the mat as I've done. You can take the block or a cushion or a blanket, place it underneath your tailbone, just to raise the tailbone up, to give you some height, to enable you to keep the back straight. Bring the hands down. Now, rather than collapsing and rounding the spine, you can pull the belly in, hinge from the hips, and maintain a straight back here. And I'm just gently lowering my chin down so that you can see there is a beautiful straight, long extension all the way down the back, all the way up the back of the neck to the crown of the head. Beautiful. Just flatten out the mat now and lying down on your back. And breathe. Just enjoying resting. Feeling your body completely relaxed on the mat. Stretching the arms behind you. You can stretch out the legs if that feels good. Bringing the knees up to the chest, hugging them in. Just rolling from side to side, another little massage, holding onto the outside of the feet. Coming into happy baby, just dropping the sacrum down as much as you possibly can. Feeling that opening down at your lower back. And then rolling over to your right side and coming up to cross-legged, hands to the heart. Namaste.